How are you all doing today? I am Isaac Travis and you are watching I.T.Creations. I am finally back home. For those of you that don't know, I have been out in Atlanta, Georgia doing some work, and that is why my channel has slowed down a little bit, but I am finally back home. We are going to get all the projects back up and going. We are going to start with the lawnmower. We are going to be welding the differential in this lawnmower. We're going to be making this thing do some better burnouts. It does pretty good burnouts and donuts already, but it can do a lot better. I'm gonna weld the diff right now. When I do donut or burnout, only one tire spins, so we are going to change that. And for my other projects, we are going to be bringing those back as well. We're going to be working on the tiny homes. We got that project going back up here soon, so make sure you stay tuned. Let's get into this lawnmower. We have already done quite a bit to it. We ended up hooking up that gas pedal right there that works very nice, and we already swapped the gears and the sprocket down there with the belts. That made it go a whole lot faster. We've done a little bit to this lawnmower already. I'm going to show you how it runs and how it does burnouts right now. Then we are going to weld it up. Okay, enough messing around. I can do burnouts on this thing all day. So let's go get to work, get this diff all welded up, and we will have some footage to compare and see how much different it is after we get it welded up. Let's get to it. Okay, I got it pulled here in my shed. Now you see those two big tires there? I actually got 4 of them, and here in the future I'm going to put those tires on this lawnmower. But for now, let's jack this thing up. First step is to take off those tires to get the rear differential and transmission housing out so we can weld it up. I got this thing sitting here on my workbench, and we are going to go around it and take out all of the bolts all the way around it. And then I'm going to pry it open, and we are going to see what the gearing looks like in here. and see what we can weld up and make better. So the top is actually the bottom, where that sprocket is right there, or pulley, is actually the bottom. That is where all the gears are going to sit. So after you get all the bolts taken out, flip it upside down and then pull it apart. Otherwise, all your gears are going to fall out on the floor. But that is okay. I'm gonna be pulling everything out and cleaning it anyways. This is just absolutely filthy in here. As you see, it's just disgusting. So we are going to clean this out, and I am not going to be putting grease back inside this transmission. I'm actually going to be putting some gear oil or transmission oil and changing it to that. It'll be a lot smoother and it can get a lot hotter with that instead of this gross grease. Everything cleaned up pretty nice. I got all my gears put back the way they are supposed to be. That wasn't too difficult. But really the part that needs to be the cleanest are these gears right here that are on the axles, and these gears here that go right in between the axles, right in there. Just the differential needs to be really nice and clean. I'm going to clean that a little bit more as I weld it. But the first step we are going to do is we are going to weld these here. As you see, they are on some threads right there, and there is a little pin you can pull out. I don't want that. I want these things to be solid. I don't want any play in them. So I'm gonna weld right around the tip of this and make it nice and solid so it won't ever strip out and it will have no play in it. And then we are going to get to welding the differential right there and get everything nice and solid. So let's get to it. I got it all welded up. I do got quite a bit of splatter, but it is just a cheap Harbor Freight welder, and that is really all you need, guys, for these projects. If you want to do some small projects and just have some fun, definitely get a Harbor Freight welder because, I mean, it does the job. It's not pretty, but it sure works. I'm going to get the other one welded up real quick, and then we will start welding in the diff, and I will show you how to do that. These are just the gears on the end of the axle. I got both of these axles welded up. They look pretty nice. They're going to be a lot more sturdy. There's no play in them. Now I'm going to put those gears back in and get everything tacked together and welded up. Now these are kind of hard to get together. You've got to kind of put them in at the same time. Especially when they are hot. Let's just get them in there. And what we are going to do is we are going to weld all of these gears right in here together. We're gonna put a tack right in there, tack right in here, tack right in there, and then we're gonna do the same on this side. Put a tack right in there, and back in there, and in there, and then we are going to turn it and just keep tacking and welding inside here. Make sure to not get anything on the outside where it is going to rub or get in the way. Make sure it's all on the inside, and make sure this thing is spinning freely before you start tacking it, and make sure that both of these axles are lined up and spinning freely when you spin this. And once we get it all welded, this will all be one solid piece, and it will be a nice welded diff. I finally got it all welded together. All the sides are welded, and I ground everything that was sticking out. My welder is pretty cheap, so it makes a lot of slag, so I just ground that off and made sure that I didn't get any slag inside the case, and I blew that out with the air compressor. Here is the other gear that I had in there. Make sure that you don't weld this into there, because you want to be able to replace this just in case it breaks or something. You can replace it. Let me show you how this slides on and everything goes together. I got it all lined up. As you saw, you want to put this on and push everything together and just tack it in certain spots, and then pull it apart and weld it all together after you get that pulled out. Okay. So this will just come off right here and slide right on, just like this. And slides over just like that. That gets centered into there. Come on. Should just drop on down, just like that. There it is. Just like that. That is what you want. hook everything up really fast. I got it all put back together. It is all ready to go. Let's take this thing out and see how it does. Let's start her up. Make sure it goes through all the gears. Seconds. Let's see. There we go. Now we got it second. Whoa! Whoa! Definitely popping willies now. Whoa! Okay. Now it's just popping willies when you give it a little bit of gas. It ain't burning out. Let's try third. Alright, I gotta set the camera down and show you this. This is pretty crazy. Okay, this thing is really cool. It does wheelies instead of burnouts now. I am really impressed. Now, it was very difficult welding that diff, but it does do wheelies now instead of burnouts. So it is very cool. Definitely stay tuned. I have a lot of other ideas to do with this mower. I'm going to be putting those bigger tires on it, and we're going to be doing a lot of different fun stuff with that. And I got a lot of other cool stuff going on this channel. So make sure that you like, share, and subscribe as always, because you do not want to miss what's going on. We always got something crazy going on this channel, and you do not want to miss it.